Hello, everyone, and welcome to our next edition of Tiger Eye Talk. I would like to welcome my guest, Rita Garcia, and I'm going to introduce you to her, and then she's going to tell us a little bit more about what she does and how she helps all those she works with. She works with some amazing people. She does some amazing things. But Rita has been helping women reach their true potential for over 30 years. She has a BA in psychology from the College of Holy Cross and an MSSW from Columbia College or Columbia University. I'm sorry. Since 2009, she has been working with stressed out professional moms who want harmony at home and to rock their careers, but really struggle with trying to control everything and please everyone. Rita helps them to get to the root causes of their stress and overwhelm and to evaluate with effectively and yet simple tools and strategies. Then they can address their parenting, marriage, business, and or health and enjoy their lives. She also is an author of the Self-Compassion Project, performs as an amateur stand-up comedian, musician, and cook. Most recently, she has been teaching moms stand-up comedy so that they can create a more fun relationship with life. You can find out more about Rita's works and offerings at www.becomingawake.com. She lives with her husband and 3 children in New Jersey. Welcome, Rita. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me on.
Awesome. Can you go into a little more detail of exactly how you help those moms that you work with?
So the latest iteration of what I do is teaching moms how to widen their lens of their life, their perspective, to include the funny, hilarious, and absurd. Because we all know as moms, and especially if you're working outside the home or in the home while you're raising your kids, that there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of things that can go, downhill, if you will. And we can either cry about them, become bitter, become resentful, or we could laugh. So because it's inevitable and it's just part of life. So it's a way to, I kind of look at emotions as like a keyboard, with all the different keys on it. So if you want to access more of your keyboard and have more fun in your life, you got to learn how to play those keys a little more and look for them to actually use the natural system of your brain to actually focus upon what's funny in the situation.
Awesome. I love that. I totally love that. Yes. So, what is something people seem to misunderstand about what you do?
Ooh, that's a good question, Lisa. Right away, you got the good question. A lot of people think, so you teach women to be stand-up comics. And I go, well, some of them actually do go on to do a lot more comedy. I have a couple of students who do almost monthly shows in the town, which
nice.
is kind of fun to see them popping up. But most women don't become professional comedians, but they become more proficient at turning what drives them crazy into something that is hilarious and something they can connect with other people around in a positive way and actually have more compassion for themselves. So it's really a way to have more confidence, compassion, curiosity, all the stuff that you're trying to, we're trying to cultivate in our kids. Right. You learn to be more courageous when you can laugh at stuff. You're more flexible and more adaptable, all the good things. Right. And you may become a stand-up comic, but that is really not the goal of what I do.
Gotcha. Awesome. That is very, very good. What is a number one takeaway that some of the moms have experienced by working with you?
Well, I quote one of them all the time, which is they learn that what drives them crazy is really just fodder. It's really just part of the material that they get to perform at the end of the class. And not that they're always performing, but they go, oh, well, that'll make a good joke, when the blueberries splattered all over the floor in the supermarket, or when my kids started to have a tantrum, or when I couldn't open the garage door and I was in a hurry to go somewhere. This is going to be a hilarious story. and I'm going to get through it.
That's awesome. I love that. I totally love that. Who are the 3 most influential people in your life, and how do they impact you?
Oh, wow. Lisa, come on. All right. I was not prepared for the profundity of these questions. Let me see. I feel like one of the biggest influences of my life has been my parents. Both of them are deceased. Um, my dad was a huge joke teller and storyteller.
Awesome.
And even at his funeral, my brother's eulogy of my dad had a lot of jokes in it, which we really enjoyed. And that was one of the things we told at the funeral was, remember this joke? And he always had a new one. Even, he was 97 years old when he died, and he was coming up with new material. I'm like, where did he get that one? So that was a huge influence. And then my mom, because she was able to raise 6 kids and make it look easy.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I realized as I raised my 3, or even my 1 in the beginning, that what she was doing was so much harder than I appreciated in the past. And that what I was watching, it's like, you'd ever watch the Olympics and you go, I'm just going to get in the pool and do a lap. And then you realize, oh my gosh, they make it look easy. It's not that easy. Yes. I'm huffing and puffing.
Yes, that is awesome. Awesome. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh, my biggest pet peeve. Lying, I think, bothers me. Although I try to turn that into humor as well when people do that. I think when people are mean, I think I don't like that.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah.
What's one thing in your business or career venture that you did not expect?
2 things. One was I didn't expect that I'd want to quit all the time. I think that's one thing that they don't tell you when you go into business.
Yes.
Is that it's normal and part of the process that you're going to be like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't like this anymore. Why? I don't just quit. And then you think that must mean that this is not meant to be. And actually that's just a growing sign, or it means that you've lost your sense of why you're doing what you're doing. Something needs to change.
You just need to tweak something.
Yeah. And then the other big surprise for me was that the moment I think that I'm not really helping someone is when someone shows up and says, oh my gosh, thank God you're here. Oh, I love this. I really need this. I had it happen last week. Nice. Where no one showed up for something. It was a class I was doing. And I thought, you know what? Maybe people just don't need this. Maybe it's just not that important to people. And then someone showed up and said, oh, saving my life. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, I'm so glad I'm here. And I thought, okay, I guess my mind just lied to me. Just told me something made up.
There you go. Awesome. That's amazing. What is the most important lesson you've learned over your career or as an entrepreneur?
What's the most important lesson? I think the lesson is there's a lot of things in business that maybe you don't want to do, right? It doesn't mean you have to do them, but it's good to figure out a way that you can do them using your strengths. So I really learned, I took the, what's it called? The strength test. What is that? It's a strength assessment. And I can't remember, it's the guy's name. And I can't remember his name. I took the strength assessment and I kind of I know my strengths pretty well. So it was, sure. I did it as a kind of a favor to someone else because they were learning how to I think it's called the Stanley strength. I can't remember, but I took the test and I realized that all of my strengths are how I do things. Sort of like one of the things it said is like, you're really good at gathering people together. You're really good at encouraging people. You're really good at inspiring people. And I'm like, yeah, isn't everybody? Like, it just.
No, everybody does not have that strength.
No, not. But I realized that I had created ways of doing things that allowed me to use my strengths.
Awesome.
And when you do that, it's so much better than trying to, I'm not like a fish trying to climb a tree,
No.
because I've done that, and you
Right.
feel like you don't feel like you're very smart. You feel like you can't do anything. You feel like I'm not made for this or whatever. But if you can do it your own unique way, using your strengths, you're pretty unstoppable.
Yes. That is a very good way to put that. Nice. What time of day do you get your best work done?
I would say in the mornings, especially as they get older.
I can relate. I can honestly say I can relate to
Yeah.
that.
And it's winter, like at 4:30, I'm in my pajamas. I'm like, can we go to bed yet? It's 4:30. It's dark out. So like definitely in the light hours in the morning. I don't drink coffee anymore. So I would say usually after I've had a cup of coffee, but definitely awake in the morning and after maybe I've socialized or taken a walk. I need something to stimulate myself.
Awesome.
Those are two big ways that I do that.
That is awesome. Awesome. What's your favorite productivity hack for entrepreneurs?
Oh, a big one for me is deadlines. I think deadlines are the most beautiful thing you can do for yourself. I know a lot of people hate deadlines. I think well done deadlines really make you more productive. And sometimes I make mini deadlines like, okay, I have this interview at 2:00. So it's 1:45. What can I get done in that 15 minutes? I'm going to do my squats. I'm going to do my walk. I'm going to write that thing that I said I was going to write, but I haven't done yet. So it's a hard deadline and a short period of time. That makes me very productive.
I have found that a lot of people work well that way when they give themselves a very short deadline to meet.
Yes.
Whether it's writing that thing or doing their squats, like you said, or taking a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
You can do it in that 15 minutes and you feel accomplished when you're done.
Yes. And if I can combine things, I think I am all that in a bag of chips. So like if I use these subconscious audio tracks. It's one of the things I work with people on is changing their subconscious. And I realize I can actually do the subconscious tracks while I'm walking. So I can tick off walk and subconscious track. I feel like, whoa.
There you go. Awesome.
Yeah. And it's still effective. It still works.
That is amazing. Love it. Love it. Love it. How would your family describe what you do?
Well, I have 3 teens in college age, so they'd probably be like, Mom's doing her thing. I don't know what she does.
Sounds about like my children.
Yeah, totally disinterested. I could be climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. They're like, yeah, she's had a thing. I don't know, whatever. No, I would say they think I do comedy, which is I do. I do shows as well. So she does mom comedy, and my husband would say that this is true. I do stand-up comedy, I do shows, and then I show moms how to do those things so that they can talk about their lives in a really cool way.
Awesome. Well, how can others find you? Like, my audience that could be listening to the podcast today, how could they find you if they like to learn more about what you do?
Well, one of the best ways to just sort of keep in touch is to join my Facebook group. If you're on Facebook, my group is called the Calm Mom Alliance. And it's for any mom or woman who is being a mom or a woman, or helps them. So there's a lot of practitioners in there. So you can find, like, if you're going, hey, I need a health coach, you could even ask in the group. And it's a great way to just stay in the zeitgeist of what I'm doing. I also have a website called becomingawake.com that has kind of the 3 pillars of what I've been doing. Or they can just email me, really. Just email me.
Awesome. So when a mom comes to you and wants to work with you, is it virtual or do you do everything in person close to where you live?
So when I first started teaching comedy, it was all local. And I still do that. But I also branched out to doing online comedy classes and shows. So you can be from anywhere and take a class online. And then we do a Zoom show,
That's
believe it or
amazing.
not. Yeah.
Awesome.
I got some tech help with it so that it's because, Zoom will cut off someone while someone else is speaking. So we figured out how to change people's audio so that people can laugh and hear the comedian. So once we figure that out, I'm like, we can do a show. Let's do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Awesome. Awesome. So I think what you do is awesome and very interesting. I'm planning to learn more myself in the very near future, maybe sometime in 2026.
Okay, cool.
But yes, because I would love to learn more in depth of how you do what it is you do.
Yes.
I mean, yes, we all know what comedy is. We all love to laugh. However, you take it a few steps further.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, it's really opening yourself up to finding the funny, which is one of the classes I teach called Finding the Funny.
Nice. Very, very nice. So any of you listeners out there want to join me and learn more about what Rita does and how she does it, reach out and have a conversation with her. I'm sure she would love to answer any and all questions you may have around what she does and how she does it.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much, Rita, for being here with me today. This was so fun to learn more in depth about what you do and how you help those moms that you work with.
Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate the time.
Awesome. And everyone join me again next month. January will be our very first podcast of 2026. And actually, we're going to start doing it twice a month now instead of just once. So happy holidays to everyone.